Focus now, in fact, to the gold prices. As the trading week wraps up on November 28, 2025, gold prices in India have continued their downward trajectory, providing a welcome breather for jewellery buyers and investors amid the ongoing season. The yellow metal, which has been under pressure from a strengthening US dollar and easing geopolitical tensions, saw a modest decline today, making it more affordable for consumers eyeing festive purchases. Now, market analysts attribute the fall to a reduced safe haven demand as global stock indices rebound and the US Federal Reserve signals a cautious approach to rate cuts. For context, gold opened the week higher but has trended lower, with today's dip aligning with international spot prices. Let's in fact look at what the gold prices are today, and we'll compare them to what the gold prices have been across the month and the year. Alright, so when we look at the gold prices per gram today versus yesterday. So today's prices, 24 karat gold stands at 12,789 rupees, while yesterday it was only at 12,807 rupees. 22 karat gold per gram stood at 11,724 rupees today, while yesterday it was at 11,741. So we can see a slight reduction in those prices. 18 karat gold stood at 9,595 rupees, while yesterday it was at 906.09 rupees. So clearly we can see a slight reduction as compared to yesterday, and we have explained those causes to you, that this might be because they are trying to align, even though they have opened at a higher note this week. Now, when we compare it to last week, however, today's price is 12,789 for 24 karat gold per gram. Last week it was 12,097. So like we said, that this decline in price is because gold is trying to stabilize itself. The prices are trying to find that correct price where they can stabilize. 22 karat gold today 11,724, and last week it was at 11,090. 18 karat gold today it's at 9,595, and last week it was at 9,077. So clearly we can see that the gold prices have increased over the past week. This is because there is a correction going on. They are trying to find that right price where they can stabilize themselves. Now, when we compare it to last month, 28th October and 28th November. So when we look at today, 28th November, 12,789 for 24 karat gold and 12,576 for 24 karat gold last month. So you can see that increase of around 200 rupees. 22 karat gold last month it was at 11,529, and today again it's at 11,524. So again that 200 rupee gain. 18 karat gold actually last month was 9,436, and today it's at 9,595. So over here a slight increase in those prices. However, when we look at a larger picture, when we look at trends like last year and we look at that graph, it will always be an upward graph. So when we are looking at 28th November 2025 and 28th November 2024, you can see that huge difference. Last year 24 karat gold per gram was trading at 7,750 rupees, and today it's at 12,789. 22 karat gold last year was at 7,105 rupees, and today it's at 11,724. 18 karat gold last year was at 5,813 rupees, and today it's at 9,595. So clearly when we look at last year's prices, we will see that increasing upward trend, because gold obviously is a very safe haven investment and everybody is trying to invest in it. Joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Sharath Kohli, Senior Economist. Thank you, Dr. Kohli, for joining us. Appreciate your time. A very good morning to you. We obviously are seeing a slight decline in gold prices in India, and this is also because of global economic cues. However, gold prices abroad are seeing some strengthening. Do you think that you've always been talking about the 4,200 mark, being the benchmark or the threshold after which we might see, that will be where it will actually breach it. So, do you see that happening very soon?
Well, good morning, Shivani. Good morning to the viewers of NewsX. No, there is not a decline really, because the prices tend to align in India. They take some time to align to the US dollar prices of COMEX. 4,185 is the price as we talk right now, which has gone up from the last time we have been talking. It was hovering between 4,000 to 4,050 to $4,100. But over the last couple of days, the prices have hardened. They have moved up. They have breached $4,100. Now they are moving closer to $4,200. I think this is in anticipation of the rate cut, which now more than 80% in the US believe that Fed is going to cut the rates. The outcome of that will be known on 10th of December. That's when the Fed meeting will conclude and the public announcements would be made. So it is in anticipation of the rate cut. Well, for the benefit of NewsX viewers, I must inform for the people who are wondering that what has rate cut got to do with gold prices. Every time there is a Fed rate cut, people tend to, because they get lesser returns on fixed return investments. So they move their investments from fixed return to a safe haven investment, which is risk-free, which is eternal. They move it to gold, which is why gold prices are hardening. Also, the geopolitical tensions in the very recent past, Shivani, have escalated the situation. Although a peace plan between Russia and Ukraine is being worked out by President Trump, but how far it goes ahead, the chances are very less. Not many people believe that this is going to be a very successful peace plan, because US wants Ukraine to sacrifice 1/3 of its territory to Russia, whereas Ukraine is very possessive about its sovereignty. So I really don't think Europe is also against it. So I really have doubts if this will work out. But in the meanwhile, there are escalations around NATO and Russia border. A lot of nations in the Europe, they are building up their military might. They are augmenting their defense resources for a possible Russian attack or a possible Russian conflict or whatever. So I think those escalated tensions are also making gold more desirable across the world. Also, I think after stabilizing at $4,000 to $4,050, the people have started to believe, or investors have started to believe, that this is the new base. So if they buy at this base, it is going to rise. So there was more buying interest coming there, both on gold and silver, Shivani, which is why you are seeing this hardening of prices. Because last time when I spoke to NewsX, it was around $4,050. Now it's $4,185. So they have moved up. Prices in India now are around 1,30,000 per 10 grams. So we are moving gradually closer to the all-time high of $4,381. So I think the forecast, or shall I say the analysis we have been doing on your channel, is proving to be true, that undertone of gold and silver is bullish, and they are doing pretty well as far as investors are concerned, Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli, for that valuable perspective into gold trading. That's it from us on this bulletin. We'll see you after this short commercial.